Good morning, friends. Maybe afternoon, wherever you are. Hope you're having a great day. Unlike us, I hope the weather's great. We got a front coming in from the north. We got a system coming in from the Gulf here in southeast Texas. And it is pouring down rain, been pouring down all morning. The radar, we're in the red for the last hour. Um, it's dumb. Love Gulf Coast living. Let me tell you, I love it, man. One of these days, I'm going to move far the hell away from the Gulf Coast, and none of this is going to be my problem. Anyway, enough bitching. We're going to go over what's been going on in the College World Series the last few days from the opening game until today. We got some news items. Big news came down last night. We'll go over that. Before we start, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Let's get started. So, a few days ago, Big Ten said, hey, we're not going to prohibit schools from scheduling Texas Tech. However, Nebraska said, well, we're not going to schedule them. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who's probably one of the biggest rejects we have in our state government, threatened legal action against the Big 12 if they sanction Texas Tech. Then Oklahoma AG jumped on board and said, Big 12, we got your back. Kansas AG jumps on board, tells the Big 12, we got your back. Utah AG jumps on board, tells the Big 12, we got your back. And then last night, Brendan Sorsby says, I'm going to the NFL supplemental draft. Now, the other day, the Texas Tech guys put out like a 20-minute long video of why we should support their decision and all that. Haven't seen one yet. The Sissy Commissioner, Brent, whatever the hell his name is, finally made a decent statement going about all this Sorsby going to the supplemental draft. Anyway, looks like everything is probably over with if he goes. Now, supplemental draft is for people or players who are, what was it? Not eligible? Yeah, not eligible for college football. He was ruled he is eligible, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But remember, years ago, was it Terrell Pryor? I don't know. Anyway, he went to the supplemental draft after the whole tattoo gate thing at Ohio State. What was that, like 10 years ago? So we'll see how this works out. But anyway, the Sorsby problem seems to be over with. But then again, you never know what attorney can say, hey, Sorsby, we can sue them for this, and that. And who knows, Anyway, as of now, Sorsby is going to join the NFL supplemental draft. And maybe this mess will be over with. Anyway, South Carolina, they hired Coastal Carolina's Kevin, how do you say his last name? Chenal is their new head baseball coach. Went 93-36 while he was at Coastal Carolina, including took him to the finals last year where they lost to LSU. Meanwhile, Coastal Carolina, they hired Mississippi State's Chris Lemonis to replace Chenal, how do you say his name? Led Mississippi State to the national championship 5 years ago. USC slugger Augie Lopez, he entered the transfer portal. This year he had 19 home runs and 57 RBIs. Haven't seen if he's made it anywhere yet, if anybody's picked him up yet. Paige McEnemy, she is University of Ohio's new softball coach. She's going to coach the Bobcats next year. And then Florida plans to spend $1.45 billion to renovate Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Now, the renderings I've just seen like one online, but I've seen it a couple times, so I guess that's what it's going to look like. Kind of resembles Bryant-Denny and Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. Kind of resembles them a little bit, the way the stands go around and everything. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll change it. Maybe they'll keep it. But it does kind of resemble those two stadiums. Okay, so let's get on to the College World Series. Started Friday. First game, West Virginia beat Troy 7-5. West Virginia, 9 hits, 0 errors. Troy had 9 hits, 2 errors. Mountaineers, Hall, 2-run double and a 2-run single. Guzman, RBI double and a solo home run. Mountaineers had 6 total strikeouts. Troy side, Darnell had an RBI double. Janicki, solo home run. Stubbs had 4 strikeouts. How do you say his name? Crutchford, he had 5 strikeouts. West Virginia beat Troy 7-5 in that first one. The second game, UNC beat Ole Miss 6-2. Tar Heels 5 hits, 0 errors. Ole Miss had 8 hits, 0 errors. North Carolina's Hull had a solo home run. Heineck, 3-run home run. DeCaro, 9 strikeouts, 11 total for the Tar Heels pitching group. On the Ole Miss side, Decker had an RBI double. Udemark had an RBI single. Robe, 7 strikeouts, 9 total. If you hear noise, my cat's messing around the corner over there. Moving on to Saturday, man, Oklahoma just spanked Alabama 9-0. 11 hits, 0 errors for the Sooners. 5 hits, 0 errors for the Tide. Rager had 8 strikeouts for Oklahoma. Gambit, 2-run double. LaChance, 2-run home run. Harris had a 2-run single. The only highlight for Alabama was Faye had 6 strikeouts. Georgia beat Texas, man, 7-1, knocked them down. Georgia 5 hits, 1 error. Texas 4 hits, 3 errors. Georgia's Volchako, 15 freaking strikeouts. Man, guy was on fire. Lujo, 2-run home run and an RBI double. Ishikawa, 2-run single. Texas Volantis, 9 strikeouts, 12 total for the Texas pitching group, so not too bad. Mendoza had an RBI single. Georgia went up 4-0 in the first inning of that game. Moving on to Sunday, Troy comes from behind, beats Ole Miss 12-8. Troy 14 hits, 1 error. Ole Miss 12 hits, 1 error. Troy's Thigpen, 5 strikeouts, 11 total for the Troy pitching group. Darnell, 2-run home run and a 2-run single. Boroff had a 2-run double. On the Ole Miss side, Elliott had 9 strikeouts, 12 total for their group. Randall and Reuter, 2-run home runs each. Furness had a solo home run. Ole Miss, they were on fire, though, for the first 4 innings. Looked like they might just keep going and take that game. Great pitching, great batting. They're up 6-2 hitting into the 4th. And then Troy quit screwing around. They exploded, scoring 3 runs in the 5th inning, 4 in the 6th inning, and then hang on, well, I got all messed up here. 3 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th. I got something messed up. Anyway, they ended up coming back from behind, beat Ole Miss, sending Ole Miss home. I was watching this game, and I was like, wow, Ole Miss has got this. And then it got to the 4th, 5th, 6th inning. I was like, Ole Miss might lose this, and sure enough, they did. Pretty incredible performance by Troy. I got all my things all scribbled in there and shit. North Carolina beat West Virginia 5-2. North Carolina 8 hits, 0 errors. West Virginia 8 hits, 2 errors. UNC 8 total strikeouts. West Virginia's Yale had 7 strikeouts themselves. North Carolina's Gallagher 2-run triple. Also walked a run in. He's also walked in. Hull had an RBI single. Guzman for the Mountaineers had an RBI single. Monday, Texas just spanked Bama. Bama did not show up in this series. Beat them 14-2. Texas 13 hits, 1 error. Alabama 6 hits, 1 error. Riojas 7 strikeouts, 11 total for Texas. Rodriguez 2-run double, 2-run triple, 2-run home run, and he hit an RBI double. School's back in. He'd be the hero of the keg party. Bama. Vaughn had an RBI single. Lim had a solo home run. Alabama goes home being outscored in those 2 games 23-2. Like I said, they did not show up. And then Oklahoma beat Georgia 4-3. Oklahoma 8 hits, 0 errors. Georgia 8 hits, 1 error. Mercurius for Oklahoma 9 strikeouts. Willits 2-run double, 2-run home run. Brock had a solo home run. For Georgia, how do you say his name? Okoye, 6 strikeouts. Ishikawa, Hudson, and Jackson all hit solo home runs. Wasn't enough, though. Oklahoma beats them by 1. So today, we have 2 rematches. 2 p.m., West Virginia versus Troy, elimination game. West Virginia won that first one 7-5. And then 8 p.m., Georgia versus Texas, elimination game. Georgia won that first game. What was it, 6-1, 7-1? We just went over it just a minute ago. But, 7-1. Beat them 7-1. So that all starts at 2 p.m. The one tonight, Texas, Georgia, is at 8 p.m. That is it. Like I said, I hope your day is going good. We'll be back. I got to look at the schedule of what's coming up, and because we may do a show Thursday or Friday, or we may just wait until everything's over. Anyway, I'm going to look at the schedule, see when the best time to do one is. Hope you're having a great day. It sucks it's only Tuesday, but hey, at least you'll have a monsoon out here like we do. Keep your head down. Stay busy. Got some baseball on this afternoon, and the weekend will be here again before you know it. We will see you next time.